everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Abby welcomes Tracy back to Genoa City when she arrives at Society. She's startled to notice that her mom is not with her. After they get a table, Tracy explains that her sister was insistent on staying in Paris alone, no matter how much she fought with her about it. Ashley claimed she had a friend there to talk through her situation. She thinks her sister is going to need the whole family when she gets home. They need to come up with some kind of coordinated reaction. Baffled, Abby explains that her mom hasn't filled her in about much. Tracy explains that the waiter corroborated Tucker's version of events. Ashley thinks he may have been bribed, but Tracy saw him firsthand, and there were no tells. She's come to believe Tucker's version is the truth. Abby needs more to be convinced. Tracy explains that she did some digging on her own. Every witness from the bistro she spoke to corroborated Tucker's version of events. It wasn't the confrontation Ashley recalls. Tracy doesn't think there has been any cover-up. She warns Abby she hasn't told Ashley about any of this yet, assuming it would be better to do this while she's surrounded by family. They both know how certain Ashley feels about her version of events, which is why Tracy wants to handle this carefully. It will be very unsettling. Abby doesn't know how her mom will wrap her head around this. Tracy says the family will have to help her through it. She's been trying to find Jack, but he's not answered her calls. As soon as she talks to her brother, she will get back in touch with her. Once Tracy exits, Abby calls her mother and leaves a message, asking her to come back and saying she loves her. In Tucker's suite at the GCAC, he kisses Audra's neck and she accuses him of stalling. He offers to tell her all about his plans in the bath. When she assures him she's on board, he grudgingly agrees to talk business. After chuckling about how eager she is to know the master plan, Tucker hands her his tablet and asks her to look over a list. She sees that it's a list of formerly successful fragrance companies that are now in prime position for takeovers. He thinks they can all be folded into Glissade, and they can create a powerhouse company to rival Jabot. This sets Audra off. She thought he was beyond that. McCall claims he wants to prove that he can best Jabot. He wants to create a powerful company, and she'll have the chance to head it up. All he wants is huge success. That will make him legitimate in the corporate world, and he'll be respected again. She can be there for that. Running Jabot out of business will just be a bonus, not a goal. When she worries that his obsession with Ashley could upset his plans again, he accuses her of being obsessed and insists he's done with games. Audra agrees that this plan would put her in her dream job, but where will he get the capital for it? He says he's fishing for it with dynamite. As Tracy enters the foyer of the athletic club, she bumps into Audra and Tucker as they are coming down the stairs. After they sarcastically bow at each other, Tucker tells Tracy he knows all about what happened in Paris. He hopes she can convince her sister that she was wrong about everything. Tracy refuses to discuss Ashley with him and is a little disgusted. Tucker's surprised that a civil conversation is too much for her and insists Ashley created a false narrative to justify ending things with him. Tracy asks him to move on and leave her sister alone. Once she walks off, Audra accuses him of letting that interaction get under his skin. Looking in her eyes, he says it didn't. Ashley and I are finished. I'm moving on. The end, he says. Tucker and Audra get a table, and she marvels at how everyone always comes to Ashley's rescue. Tucker suggests that the whole family hates outsiders. No doubt they will drive Diane out one day too. It's finally sounding to Audra like he's ready to move on. Can he let go of the greatest love of his life? Ashley Abbott is dead to me, he vows. Does he have to prove it? When Tracy returns to the Abbott house, she calls out for Jack, who is nowhere to be seen. She calls and leaves him another message explaining how worried she is about their sister. In the dive bar, Nikki leans against the jukebox as she drunkenly texts, "Thank you" to Jack. As soon as he gets it, He calls to check on her. She tells him that Victor and his security guys have been suffocating her. He suggests she go home and offers to send her a car. Slurring, she refuses, and it takes him some time to convince her to accept the offer. She can hardly stand and offers to send him the address. When she asks what excuse he's come up with for meeting her husband, Jack has to get off the line. She hobbles to a table and drinks.